one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. The Bearcats will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Jeffrey. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Groupers' offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
On the option. They'll leave it with him. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And the Groupers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Bearcats offense will get the ball for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Oh, they're after him. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. He's got it on the move. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal. And they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
The Groupers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Here comes the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the groupers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Turning it on! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The groupers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And a really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the groupers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, groupers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself and gets in for the score.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw it Sorsby. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. He wants to throw it again. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down in 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Bears the pressure. Heaves it on the run. Pulls it in on the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give him a Carlson with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The run from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Snagged out of the air.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Cincinnati! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jeffrey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Down by a field goal, 13-10 as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Kelly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a...
There he goes. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Right back to the well. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Groupers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the groupers will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Sorsby. Going to let it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick strike complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No. Well, no, he's got him.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense will take the field again. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Turns it on in midfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Greg. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The groupers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Sorsby. Dances away to buy time. Complete to the right. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Going for it all. Brings it in down the left side. All out of space. Touchdown Bearcats. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Northwestern has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Oregon. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Sheffield. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the groupers are in the hurry up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the back. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. Got the 1st down and more. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The groupers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Looking for space. It's Craig. At the 20, he's got space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, groupers.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Sorsby. A little screen to the running back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll run play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Walker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he missed it. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Extending the play. Finds a little space. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. And the Bearcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Throwing right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turning it on! And the Bearcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. The Bearcats are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Scrambling away. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Into the end zone. Intercepted it, and that's not how you want to start a half. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Peterson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the groupers will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Nestles it in at the 35. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Caught over the middle. It's Royer. Big out loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to adjust the pattern. They just keep firing. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on this.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The groupers will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air, it's Sorsby. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Shoots it to the left. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The field goal is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Looking to scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And the groupers will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. 2nd down coming up. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Bearcats. And the beatdown has ensued.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 30 over South Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Trying play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Groupers.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off play action on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Finds his man, it's Jackson. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bearcats are on the move. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The play action fake. He's got his man, makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Bearcats line it up with a 1st and goal. Off the boot, looking for his man. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bearcats! And the route is on. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
That's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Find space on the right. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership. Come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Rides the back on the option to give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.